Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Do we have an interesting story to go with today? This is actually coming from Jeremy of The Quartering, and it's also coming from Bounding into Comics, and it regards one Paul Watson, who is the social media manager for the video game news site EuroGamer. They've currently been in the last couple of months in quite a few mishaps and a couple of arguments online regarding certain things, which we're not going to discuss here. But what we are going to discuss is that Paul Watson, again the social media manager of EuroGamer, he's been accused of selling vinyl records of the Super Mario 64 soundtrack without the actual permission or the license from Nintendo. So, we're going to read from EuroGamer, and I'll leave a link below to the Quartering's video. So we got EuroGamer reporter Paul Watson accused of selling unlicensed Super Mario 64 vinyl records. Paul Watson, social media manager for video game news site EuroGamer, has been accused of selling a vinyl record of the Super Mario 64 soundtrack without acquiring permission or the license for the music from Nintendo. On June the 3rd, Jeremy Hambley of The Quartering posted a video to his channel, EuroGamer, called Selling Illegal Nintendo Bootlegs and Stole the Money. That's a very important part right by there, stole the money, okay? That'll come in later on, where Jeremy discusses Watson's vinyl record production endeavour, the subsequent failure of Watson to fulfill his pre-order obligations, and the fan outrage towards the failure to provide the completed record. So, what he has done, obviously, since I think it's November of last year, he was saying he was putting out a vinyl record of the Super Mario 64 soundtrack, which to this day is one of the best soundtracks ever recorded for a game. And what we got here is, according to a confidential informant, Watson is the founder and owner of Ray Gun Records, not to be confused with the original Ray Gun Records, which was founded in 1998. This is a newly established record label whose first release was promoted as a vinyl pressing of the Super Mario 64 soundtrack, originally composed by longtime Nintendo composer Koji Kondo. While Watson is not named specifically on any of Ray Gun Records' social media posts, Jeremy's informant provided a screenshot taken from the video game vinyl collectors' private Facebook group, wherein Watson links himself to the Super Mario 64 record. And we have that by here. Hello, a quick one. I won't be posting much about the Super Mario 64 here until it's go time. But you could follow this Instagram page if you like. And what that is, it goes to obviously the Instagram page regarding Ray Gun Records, and it will have a photo of the actual vinyl pressing, and the packaging, which was meant to go out to customers and people who pre-ordered it. As further evidence of Watson's ties to Ray Gun Records, the informant also provided screenshots of a fan who unsuccessfully attempted to cancel his order of the soundtrack, receiving assistance regarding his order by Watson himself. So Paul Watson went back to this customer and said, "Hey Michael, please feel free to DM me here. My email box is very full at the moment, but let's get this sorted for you. Edit, all sorted." As further proof of Watson's connection to the record, the informant also points out that Annie Sayers, the artist responsible for creating the soundtrack jackets, has also worked for EuroGamer, specifically by providing artwork used on their website. What we got here now as well, we actually got the jacket for the vinyl record, which is one post. However, the actual post now has actually been taken down and been deleted. So, which is kind of interesting, because this article went up on the 3rd, which was yesterday. And since this has gone live, and since Jeremy's video has gone live, Ray Gun Records on their Instagram account, they've actually taken off this photo, which is very surprising. So, when the soundtrack went up for pre-order, Ray Gun Records raised thousands of dollars, with one Facebook poster claiming that the money resulting from this pre-order was approximately $17,400. That's a lot of chunk of change, that's a lot of bank there for a pre-order. Yet almost immediately the production ran into issues. Surprise, surprise. This is where the stole the money came in earlier in the title. According to Reagan Records' Instagram page, Reagan Records previewed a finished record jacket and indicated the discs were being printed around November 1st. So this obviously is the same photo. You got Reagan Records saying to it, "Just wanted to say thanks to all of you for your patience with Rayo 1. Sometimes these things can take longer than they would like. I've had the jackets ready for a long time now, but the discs were unfortunately delayed over the holidays. I'm hoping to get the record into your hands very soon, and I promise it'll be worth your wait. Again, for your patience and for supporting this project, I cannot thank you all enough. P.S. Here's a sneak peek at the track list." And obviously now, that actual photo has been deleted from the Instagram account. So, 2 months later, on January 4th, Reagan Records informed their fans that the pressing of the disc was delayed over the holidays, which we just saw, and they were moving forward. So you actually had a lot of people say, I've got one here now. So Reagan, what's the deal here? And he just keeps going back saying basically the same thing. Oh, it's being delayed, but we're going to get it done for you. Following these posts, Reagan Records' Instagram page went quiet. No new updates have been made since February 21st, 2019. So there's been no updates since then. So we got by here now. The next communication from Watson would come in a lengthy post to the video game vinyl collectors group by a customer who posted Watson's response on his behalf due to Watson allegedly having trouble with his Facebook account. So what we got there is that someone has done a GoFundMe page sort of thing and like, oh yeah, here we go, pre-order this, I'll get it out to you, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden his email box is too full so he can't find them. He's obviously the pressings are going late over the holidays. They were delayed because people want to go home and have Christmas. And then you go and say, oh, I can't speak to people. My Facebook account is, I'm having trouble with it. This all points to the red flag of how can we swindle money out of people just so we can get a bit of extra spending money to buy beers and a round of drinks. That's how I'm looking at this at this moment in time. So, in the post, Watson would again explain that the printing issues were caused by the actions of the printing plant and fail for a third time to provide any concrete or approximate release date. So he keeps going back and he keeps blaming the printing plant, which is like, well, if you have a problem with the printing plant of this sort of thing, go somewhere else. This is the third time it's happening to you now, Watson. Go to another plant. So what we got here, we actually got his post. Hello, it's long-awaited update time. One of the reasons that it's taken so long is that I hope that by this point I might have better news. As you might remember, my last update was a screenshot of an email from my pressing plant. My contact at the plant has vanished from existence. Surprise, surprise. And after months of trying to get in touch, I heard from a brand new guy. He apologised for the lack of communication and promised that they would fast-track the production of the records. That was months ago. Since then, I've heard nothing from the plant in spite of repeated emails. Even though his emails have been clogged up and very full, I'm surprised he's actually been able to find them ones. And phone calls which seem to go to an unmanned phone. Obviously, this is not great at this point. I'm pursuing a few options. The first, and the one I'm investing most of my time into, are my legal options. Ideally, we can get the money back and pass to a more reputable plant who can press these for us. Well, why didn't you just do that in the first place, Mr. Watson? If you went to a more recognised and reputable plant, this wouldn't have happened. Another option is that members of this board have offered to visit the plant to see what's up. Okay, yeah, we'll go over and see. We'll get them. We'll tell them. Yeah, alright, mate. I can only apologise for the wait that you've all had to deal with. I am devastated that the plant had let us down this badly. The situation has left me with constant stress and anxiety and regular sleepless nights. I'm pretty sure that 17.5 grand will help you with that, mate. I want you to know, however, that I refuse to leave you all high and dry. This record will get pressed. I hope the 4 boxes of record sleeves that are currently taking most of the space in my room will stand as a testament to this promise. Well, again, we don't know if you do have all those boxes. Just send a photo if you need to. Evidence and all. I know what it's like to be let down by labels, and I refuse to do that to you. Once again, I apologise for the wait so far, and if you give me your understanding, I am very faithful for it. You'll get your records, you have my word. Right. his word is actually a big pile of steaming poo, because it's the guy who has gone on Twitter and he's also said about false claims he wants to do and all this kind of stuff. So he seems to be one of those type of people. And again, yet as of this writing, no customers have received their records, and there's been no indication that the records have even been shipped. And this is where the best part comes in, like we were saying in the beginning. They haven't even got legal permission from Nintendo to release this record. There's been no indication on anything regarding this, saying they've acquired the license or the legally required license, because again, it's going back to when Hero of Time, The Legend of Zelda, and Johto Legends from the music from the Pokemon Gold and Silver games from I Am 8-Bit, they noted they had both licenses to Zelda and Pokemon tracks very quickly. They're like, right, we got the licenses for this, we can use it, we're going to do this. Done. That's exactly what's happened. But inbounding in the comics, well, towards the bottom, it actually does something, say, really, really good. So you have... Sorry, I'm trying to find out. Also curious is the absolute lack of news article discussing the upcoming release, as the previously mentioned releases of the Ocarina of Time and Gold and Silver soundtracks were heavily covered by large news outlets, such as Polygon, IGN, and Forbes. And with this, Reagan Records is nowhere to be seen. It's not even on the old EuroGamer website himself. Which, if you're the social media manager for that company, you'd want to have advertising on there, wouldn't you? So, the best thing about this as well, so obviously Reagan Records, they've also begun deleting pictures of the finished vinyl jacket from the Instagram page. So if you go over to it, there will be no photos of anything they're doing with this, and because the posts have been deleted. So this is very, very interesting. It'll be interesting now to see how this moves forward. We will keep this updated because, to me, it just looks like that this Watson guy is just trying to scam people and get money for himself. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you lovely people soon.